Namaste, Namaskar, Vanakkam, Sat Shri Akal, and welcome to Grow with the J.A.N family.
I'm Anjali.
And today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. There's been a lot of questions about our channel, about our family, and so today we're going to...
Spill the chai.
Exactly, and...
We have our own chai.
We have our chai.
Not traditional.
Yeah, I didn't make it on the stovetop, but I did make it with pods and tea and cinnamon, and it's delicious. So
it is.
And so I took all the questions from our community page and questions that people have been asking on our channel before, like why did we start it and who is Anjali? Yes, she is my daughter. For those of you who have been asking that question many times, Anjali is my daughter, my husband. She's not adopted. She looks like my husband. Now, if you see some of our other videos and you've seen J.A.N, who's 6, and Noah, who's 2, J.A.N favors me the most, and Noah is kind of a little bit more of a combination. But Anjali could pass for an Indian girl any day. She really could. And, you know, nobody believes me, but she is my daughter. But she definitely takes after my husband. So, for those of you who've been wondering, Anjali is mixed like the other 3. So, but Anjali is going to be our reporter today. She's going to ask the questions that I put together. So, I kind of put together ones that were similar and tried to answer everybody's question as best I could. Now, some of the questions were a little too personal, and you know, reasons he's not in the video is because of his job. Yes. So, maybe in the future, when this becomes a huge channel and you guys help us with that, at some point he'll get to come in the videos, but right now, his job is too important for him to lose it, so he's not in these videos. So, Anjali's going to start with some questions.
Okay. So, why did we start our channel in the first place?
Right. So, many reasons we started, but the main reason was for another income. Eventually, we're hoping this channel will become my full-time job. Right now, I teach, and like I said, my husband can't be in the videos because his job really is the breadwinning job, the one that pays the bills, and so we're hoping eventually this will become my full-time job, and we'll be able to do this, you know, entertainment, reactions, family festivals. We just did welcoming Lord Ganesh into our home. Yeah. We've done Chandrian 2, the launch. We've done, and thank God they found some more information, so we're crossing our fingers that information keeps coming in. You know, we've done a little bit of everything, and so we want to keep growing this channel. We obviously need your help, subscribing and sharing, and liking our stuff, so hopefully YouTube keeps spreading it around. But this was also another way for us to connect with my husband's roots, being here in the U.S. and being so busy with the 3 kids and houses and jobs. We really didn't have time to, unless we went to his sister's house or his mom came here, we didn't really have a lot of time to do a lot of the traditional stuff. Yeah. Even, you know, more American holidays or the Christian holidays. You know, some years we'd go all out, right? We would decorate
decorate big.
And some years it was
we wouldn't decorate
right.
At all.
Like when Noah was born, we were busy with the 3rd baby, and so, you know. But this has been really my dream to really connect more with India, and so it's only been like less than 3 months.
Really? It seems longer.
We started our channel a little bit earlier, and we were kind of seeing what we were gonna do, but this. You know, once my husband convinced me to get on camera, that was really it. We didn't really want to be on camera. And that was the other thing too. Like, we're hoping, not just for me, but for the children, that this will help them with a little bit more presentation skills, getting up in front of a camera, getting up in front of people, being able to talk nicely in front of others, to give presentations, and, you know, that's a big thing here. So that was another reason, but really to connect with his roots. And this has been an amazing journey in just the last 3 months that we've started with Lungi dance. Yeah. And if you go way back, in June and look at that first video and then watch some of our newer ones.
We're probably going to do that. We're probably going to, in like a couple more months, we're probably going to do our first video reaction.
Yeah, we've come a long way. We've gotten much more comfortable on camera.
Yeah.
We've gotten much more comfortable doing things. And so, like Saho, we went and saw Saho in the movie theaters.
That was really cool.
Amazing. And people were like, "You've been married to an Indian for this many years. How did you not go?" But
Daddy saw Bahubali without us.
Yes, Daddy went and saw Bahubali, but the kids were littler. Noah was just born, and
How old was I?
a couple years ago,
8?
Daddy went,
9.
and we went to go see a kid movie, and he went to see Bahubali, because he didn't know if we would like it and if the kids would sit through it. And so we went and saw the Smurfs. Daddy went and saw Bahubali. But now that we've done so much stuff, I think if Daddy went to see an Indian movie without us, he'd get in big trouble.
He'd be in so much
trouble. We've watched Indian movies at home.
Yeah, we've watched a lot.
I would say a good... Anjali probably has watched a lot more than I have.
Yeah, I watched them at night with Daddy.
Probably a handful of Dangle's, one of my favorites.
Dangle's really good.
Lagan, that was one of the first movies he ever showed me. I love that movie. You love just an amazing movie. I mean, and we've seen Bahubali. We've seen... I feel like there's been a few others.
What was that one with, when...
Chak De India?
Yeah, that.
So, we've seen a few different ones. We need to watch more. Now that we've done this, there's so many more movies on our list that we want to see, and so many things we want to do. But this has been a nice stepping point. We've been celebrating some of the festivals with you. We've been celebrating, going to movie theaters. We've been watching, we've been doing a little news, a little bit of Tendrian, which is amazing. And so this has been, it's quite an amazing journey for our family. And it's just been a great way to connect, All right,
next question is, how is Anjali, J.A.N, and Noah, or me, related?
Well, we kind of answered that a little bit at the beginning.
We did.
So Anjali, J.A.N, and Noah are all my husband's children, all 3 of them, even though they all look slightly different. Anjali favors my husband. J.A.N favors me the most, and I do believe Noah is a nice mix of the two. So, but this one right here, as much as I know you guys don't, I'll have to find some old pictures maybe. My baby picture and Aji's baby picture look identical, but as she gets older, she definitely favors my husband the most. Beautiful, right? Okay.
So next question, do we speak different languages?
So the language we speak at home is English.
Yes.
My husband has taught us a few words which we've used on here, Namaste Bagunara.
Namaste Bagunara, Sastrikal.
Yes, and Vanakam, Epidu, Irikine. What else do we learn? Kaise Hey.
Kaise Hey.
So, and you guys can send us a few others. We need to learn a little bit more. But those, really, English is the language we speak at home.
Yes. And I've actually been learning German in school.
Right. So Anjali's going to learn German, French, Spanish.
Spanish, yeah.
And in school. And then she gets to pick one next year or maybe the year after of which one she gets to learn. But we're going to try to have my husband teach us a few more words so we can say at least a few sentences in Hindi or Telugu, right?
Yes. So next question is Hindu or Christianity?
Right. So some of you guys were asking, what do we celebrate? And my husband and I both I grew up Christian, my husband grew up a Hindu, and neither one of us, once we met and we've been together as a family, we don't really celebrate the holidays, I guess, in a certain way or super religiously. Like we don't go to church every week, or we don't go to temple every week.
We go to church on Christmas.
We go for certain holidays. We've gone to temple when his sister comes. So not that we don't, it's not in our hearts, it's always in our hearts. But we've kind of taken a few of the good things from both and kind of, raised the children to like them both, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. So they have, and now that we've done this channel, we are definitely experiencing a lot more of the Hindu religion than we have before. So it is still definitely a learning experience for us, learning a lot of the background stories
Yes.
behind it.
So next question is Indian values or American values?
So this is interesting, and somebody wanted to know if I could pick one, and honestly, I can't pick just one. I know some of the Indian values, and I can't say I know everything. We're definitely learning a lot more. I would probably mesh the two. I think the Indian values for family and keeping family together and, staying close to one another and helping each other out, that is so much stronger than I feel like it is in the American values. So that is definitely priority one. But I feel like, the kids kind of need to find a good balance,
Yeah.
I want them to feel comfortable here in the U.S., but I want them to remember their roots and feel like they can, family comes first.
Yes. So next question is, how do we know the festivals?
So the festivals we've been learning,
Yes.
definitely been learning, but my husband has been explaining some of them to us. So when we watched the video about Lord Ganesh, he talked to us a little bit about it beforehand, and then we watched the, I guess it's a cartoon story of him, and then we got to watch a couple of the festival, like them taking him down the streets of Mumbai. So we're learning. Maybe it sounds like we know more than we do, but my husband definitely tells us a few things beforehand, so we understand
what's happening.
And
definitely if it's not in English. So
yes, so some of the stories and some of the YouTube videos don't always have English translation. Some of the songs especially don't have the English translation, and so he'll watch them and give us kind of a translation or the gist of the story behind it. A lot of the Indian stuff is very emotional. Yeah. And most of the time we get the emotion behind it, even if we don't always understand the language, but he definitely helps us with the language.
Yes. So the next one is, when we go to India, where do we want to visit?
There are so many places on my list right now. And we have I know you guys will tell us, we've only touched the surface of India, scratched the surface. I know we haven't done all over India, but the things that we have done. So if you had asked me this question before we started this channel, I probably would have said Hyderabad and the Taj Mahal would have been the two places we would have gone if we had gone to India. Now have
like where's that place where they have like the boat races and like
Kerala. And we've seen that in many movies. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
The Golden Temple.
The Golden Temple
is another one on my list. I want to go eat the food there too. And oh my goodness, there's so many places. We just did Calcutta's the Durga Puja festival, which looked beautiful, like almost museum-like. Yeah. That was really pretty. I mean, I definitely want to come when there's a festival going on to see.
Yeah, because then it's like
the colors and the amount of people that come out in the streets and just celebrate. It just looks amazing every single time.
It's like it brings everybody together.
Rajasthan. We did that. So we haven't done a lot of travel videos to really kind of get a feel. So from what we've seen in some of the movies and what we've seen in some of the videos we've done, this is what I'm going by. But the list is getting longer and longer. So probably by the time we actually come, we're going to have to figure out what we can actually do.
And what we have to skip.
And what we may have to skip. But I'm hoping we do plan to come.
Yes.
We're not really sure when. We haven't planned a date yet. Hopefully sometime next year. And we will definitely let you guys in on when we're coming and if we can plan something so we can meet people when we're there. Because that would be amazing. You guys have made some awesome comments. And
that has helped us
helped us a lot. Helped us a lot with suggestions. People have given us I would call it constructive criticism sometimes, like change the background, your lighting, the sound quality.
But it's like good criticism.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes, we had to kind of upgrade some of our stuff. So hopefully our videos are getting better because we had to, we haven't really made any money off this. Which right now is us just putting money into it. So getting lighting, getting different background, getting a new computer and cameras, and so so it's been a process, and so that constructive criticism has been good.
Yes.
I'm not going to say, you're not going to hurt our feelings if you feel like something you need to say. We did the festival Raksha Bandhan, and this was another good one. Anjali had her beautiful dress on for that as well, and we called it a bracelet, not a Rocky, and that's just right. So a few people mentioned that, I'm glad. Or we blew the incense instead of like blowing it with our hand, something we just, my husband was like, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, so just little things, it's not perfect. It's a little bit hard to be on camera, and but like most of the comments have been, you guys are great. We love your, the stories you tell, or the way you really make us feel proud about India, and that makes us feel good because we love India. It's home away from home.
28,000 people are watching.
Right, there's a lot of people watching now. When we first started, we had like 50. We celebrated 100 subscribers. Can you believe that, Anjali? 100 subscribers. We got a cake.
We
made a video.
We
watched, what was that song on the train?
I can't remember.
In my head, I'm singing Cham Cham, but that's the other song you want. That's not the right song.
That's what I'm singing in my head.
It's not that song. We'll have to find it. But
we'll find it.
We'll figure it out, because that was our first 100 subscribers. Then we did 1,000 subscribers.
Yes.
And now we're getting close to 30,000 subscribers.
Which is amazing.
Which is utterly amazing. And it's thanks to you, and we want to keep growing. And so the more you share to your friends and family, the more you like. I try to go on Facebook and Twitter and throw them there, so that if you want to throw it on your Facebook page, or you want to tweet it out to your friends, that helps us too. So
yes,
we can keep growing. All right.
So this question is, how did you and Daddy meet?
Yes, so many people have asked how we met, and we did a wedding, and my husband and I met in Boston, and our first date was actually downtown, and we went for dinner, and we walked around the Commons. So if anybody's from the U.S. and has been to Boston, the Boston Commons is like a beautiful garden with water, and there's lots of pretty shops and stuff around there. It's so beautiful. So that was our first day. We went out to eat, and we wandered around the garden, and after a few months later, we got married, and our wedding was a little bit, we did it here. We were going to go later and do a wedding in India in the wintertime, and then I got pregnant with Anjali, so we ended up not doing that. But that was our plan, to get married here in the fall with my family, and then go to India in December, January, and get married traditionally in India. But that plan got changed, and so the wedding that we had here, we took some of, my husband definitely put the Indian stamp on it, because traditionally here we white dress, and we do flowers, and but we kind of made it a little bit more both. My dress ended up being white and red, and the bridesmaids' dresses were green, and we did flowers also. We did outside at my cousin's house, and he made sure we had every flower that was available in the flower shop around. So we had flowers hanging down. We had 2 like palm trees next to where we got married, and then we had we got some Indian material and laid it all over the tables, so the tablecloths all had really nice material on it, and my mom helped sew a lot of the stuff for us. We did a lot of it ourselves, and it was beautiful. It really was. It was probably the best day. Other than having the children, I would put it up. The 4 biggest events we had was, getting married and then each one of the kids. So it was definitely one of the best days. We had our friends, we had coworkers. His sister came from California, and it was just amazing. Amazing. And it was it wasn't what, growing up I thought my wedding would look like, but I loved that we put the two together and kind of made it our own. So it was amazing.
Yeah. So the next question is, how do you balance everything?
Yes, how do I balance everything? So I work as a teacher, and so when we started this channel, we started in the summertime, so we were able to do a lot more, and now we're all back to work and school, and so we've been trying to do a couple extra videos on the weekends so we can, worry about homework during the week and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a juggling act. So getting up in the morning and getting everybody ready for school and getting myself ready and responding to comments and posting some videos and then getting off to work, and then I come back and we eat dinner and we post some more, we make some more videos, make sure everybody's homework is done, baths and bed, and then we do it all over again. So my husband helps with going through the comments, and we go through and see which ones people are requesting a lot too, so he helps me with that. He helps with some of the responding to comments. He helps with some of the editing too. So when you do this channel, until you get really big and I guess can hire people to do some of this stuff for you, we're doing everything, videotaping and editing and parenting and teaching and all of it. So it has been an exciting journey. Yeah.
So the next question is, how many animals?
Someone wanted to know how many animals we have.
Can I answer this?
Angela, go ahead.
So we have 4 animals, 4 pets. So the 4 pets, one is a cat, and his name is Bagheera. He's all black, and yes, and he's the oldest. Second oldest is Maya. She's a Labrador, and she's a golden lab.
Mm-hmm.
And the third oldest is Max. He is a regular German Shepherd.
Mm-hmm. Looks like an enormous police dog.
He's
huge.
Long-haired.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Snow White, which is like a puppy still, and she's a white German Shepherd.
Mm-hmm. So the dogs have been in a few of our videos, and Bagheera has walked through on a few of them, the temple ones especially. I feel like when we've done it,
just walk through and you see his tail.
See his tail go by, or he'll meow in the background because he wants some attention. And so the animals have definitely showed up in some of the videos.
Yes.
Now, some of you guys request that J.A.N be in all of the videos, and because he's 6, I kind of give him breaks once in a while.
I don't get any breaks.
When Natasha comes, you do get breaks sometimes.
Yeah.
So, but you can, most of the stuff you can do all of it, except if there's something that's not really appropriate. And there's not too many requests for those things, so we have Natasha over sometimes. But so J.A.N gets some breaks, and Noah, I know everybody loves Noah, but he really can't. Even when we did Lord Ganesh, he did half of it, and then he needed to go in the other room and play with some toys and eat some food and stuff. So he could only be in for so long. And when there's cake involved, he'll be there. But maybe when he's a little bit bigger, he can be in more, and J.A.N too. But J.A.N wants the action in the movies.
Yes.
So I hope we answered most of your questions. I know people wanted to know some specific things about my husband, and wasn't ready to share some of the information, but hopefully we'll put some pictures up here and you guys can see a little bit more of our family. And if we missed something, or if there's something else you wanted to know about our families, throw it down in the comments below. We do check them, and we'll try to respond if we can. And I hope you like this.
And if you like this video, don't forget to click that like button down below. The more you like, the more YouTube shows our videos.
Yep, and share some more, and subscribe, and join our wonderful family, and keep us growing. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.